Hey y'all, so you asked and I will try to give another explanation. I don't know if it's going to help or not, but somebody asked about moving out and if I could show or talk about it a little more when I work my legs. So I'm going to try to film from out here and we'll just see. You guys let me know if it does any good. But really the biggest thing is when I think trot, I want them to trot, and when I think walk, I want them to walk. That's the biggest thing. I want them to read my energy, and I don't know how to describe that, but nothing changes. But again, when I first started learning this, I had a horse. She was really light, like you could just twitch and off she would go, but she was a little troubled. And my friend Tom Curtin would say, "You're doing too much." And I was pretty young, but I had spent a bunch of time around Buck Lane. And this was a pretty good mare for me. Her tail switching was a heck of a lot better than her bucking off. For a while, she bucked me off 50% of the ride. She was so touchy. But I had her pretty light. Like I said, you couldn't hardly see what I do. And he said, "You're doing too much." And so I'd try to do less. "You're doing too much." I wouldn't say I kind of thought it like this, but in hindsight, it was a little bit retrospect. I limited him to the horse he was on. This is the first time I had met him, but I really respected his horsemanship, just from a picture even. But I was like, well, my horse is lighter than your horse. So I kind of joke, and sometimes my horse is lighter than yours. But it was a horse. He said, "You're doing too much." I was like, what else can I do less of? And I'd heard it's a thought, but a lot of times I saw people, they say it was a thought, but they did a little something. Even Ray, a lot of times. There were times I couldn't see it, but I thought, oh, I gotta watch closer. Better watch even closer. And there's a simple part that if I want to trot, I'm going to jog with my body. I want to lead that dance. So I don't really need my legs for that. But then there's a time where I want to get more subtle because I don't want to just stand up, because I might need to stand up and rope. But again, I want to set that rhythm with my body. But no matter what I do, I always think of, when I get a change, to cut it in half and do as little as possible, but as much as it takes. And if you don't do as much as it takes, every time you don't get a change when you ask, you kind of make a liar for yourself. But we got to figure out where they're at. So I do a little more, more, pretty please, sugar pie, honey bun, whipped cream, cherries. Cherries is what gets it to go. Well, then the next time, I'm going to cut that in half. Pretty please, whipped cream, cherries, so that at least they're getting lighter. And little by little, as they get consistent, again, a lot of times I say, once is luck, twice is a coincidence, the third time I'm onto something. If I get 3 of those, then I'm for sure going to start to adjust and do less. Or if I get too much, I get to adjust too. But I'd rather have a hair too much, because then I don't make a liar of myself. But I asked you to go, and you don't go, and I gotta ask again. I made you a little duller because you didn't believe. So that's the thing. And then it really is, when I got light, he's like, and I just got frustrated. He's like, "Have you ever been in a fight?" And I was like, "Oh shoot, didn't mean to irritate you." "Yes sir." Here we go. I don't want to get in a fight with the clinician, especially one I respect. I'm not trying to argue with you. And he said, "Well, you know that energy just before you get if somebody's coming after you and you're ready to counter punch or duck or run or whatever." I goes, "That's the energy I'm talking about building on the inside." So again, I started squeezing my stomach like I was tense that and wringing a wet rag out and wringing the energy out. And that helped me for a while, that energy. And I was pretty subtle because you couldn't see that too much under my shirt and stuff when I squeezed my stomach. But that can be kind of a hardness. So again, now I just think of the energy up, but I kind of get the picture like I'm running blood faster through my brains. But then if that doesn't work, then it does come on the outside. And this horse has already got mine in the top, so I may have to go back again. And again, I don't even know if the angle is going to be good for my leg, because I won't be able to see it when I hold it out there. But as I go, I want to come out and have a little bat wing, and if she doesn't go, I bump. But once I get a change there, again, it's kind of hard so I can video. I come out, and I want her going because that open door. See, when I open her, because I might kick, I want her to go, and I want her to go to that open door. So there's always that open door before I kick. But little by little, I won't need to open the door so much because she'll feel the energy through consistency come up in my body. Anyways, I hope that helps. Keep asking questions, even if it's the same question and you don't understand. Again, we'll find another way. That's just like the clinics. And again, the one that asks really helps out the 20 because most people don't want to ask. So I appreciate you guys taking the time. Happy trails. Enjoy the journey.